gamers, and welcome back to another episode of Vidja Game Hunting. Pretty exciting. This last weekend was the season opener for the flea market in my area. So of course I had to go check it out and look for some games. Let's check out the footage.
Lots of stuff today, it looks like. Should be a fun day.
Okay, so as you can see, the flea market was very full. Memorial Day weekend, lots of vendors out there, lots of people out there. It was a little disappointing because as I pulled up, I got a text from my buddy Andy and said he'd already heard 5 or 6 people comment on that they were game collecting and game hunting at the flea market in the short while he'd been there before me. And there was also a group of people waiting outside a vendor for them to open up and start selling games. So right off the bat, it wasn't sounding too good, and you know, it was tough. There's definitely more people out at the flea market, but I did manage to find some deals. So first off, I bought a few games and bundled this like with a toy for my kid. Got this for 15 bucks. We got 3 Game Boy games here. This is probably the best deal of the day that I got. I got Ren and Stimpy Space Cadet Adventures. Not a very good game, I will say that. The very first Adventure Island on the original Game Boy. Pretty faithful port. And then a really fun Game Boy game and harder to find one, that's Operation C. And this is just like a stripped down version of Super C from the NES to fit on the Game Boy. And it's actually a really good little game. So yeah, not a bad way to start off the day. And then from there on, I went to the booth that had had a bunch of people waiting outside of it. This is the guy that won't let me film there, so I wasn't able to get any footage of his booth, but he didn't have a lot this year, to be honest. It looked like he had sold most of his stock. Most of the time, this very opening weekend is when he's got a pile of games. There's lots to go through. There really wasn't much. It was already picked over. But for $10, I found 2 games. And this is The Magic of Scheherazade, which it's kind of funny because if you look at the cover art, they use such a terrible font that they had to reprint the name below it. So not a great choice. You'd think since they recognized that was a problem, they might have just changed the font. But no, they stuck with it. Culture Brain was determined. And then I picked up a Game Boy game, the only Game Boy game I picked up. It's 1080 Avalanche. And what's interesting about this one is it's a special package, and it's a variant that I had not seen before. This includes a bonus DVD and an exclusive music video DVD. Never, like I said, never come across this before. So if you open it up, it's got the game and then a mini DVD down at the bottom, which I think is kind of funny because a lot of people complained about the GameCube not being a DVD player also. So it seems weird that they would bundle a DVD with it and just kind of draw attention to the fact that the machine you spent $200 and some for couldn't play DVDs. But really cool to find that nonetheless. And it was a game I didn't already have in my collection. So for $5, I could not leave it there. Now, the last stop, well actually here's one random game. This guy just had a bunch of random stuff, and he had a Super Nintendo with like 2 or 3 games. It's like Bubsy Tetris 2, and then this one, and this is Tin Star. I didn't really know much about Tin Star. I picked it up, it was $4. It's kind of a strange game. It's like a shooting gallery type game, really cartoony. I have to give it some more time. It didn't seem too spectacular the short amount of time I spent with it. And then the last booth that I bought anything off of, these guys, Mobile Game World, they're out there a lot, and I see them at different places like the Fargo Comic Con, and they always post ads on Craigslist, and they've always got the best selection at the flea market and pretty reasonable prices. I'm always able to find something, and I've talked about them before, and I'll put a link to their Facebook page in the description below. It's been a while since I've done that. If you live in like the Minneapolis, St. Cloud area, maybe Fargo area, they travel all around this part of the upper Midwest, so you can definitely catch them from time to time at different locations. I recommend checking them out. But anyway, I bought a stack of games off of them. I think I spent $38. We'll start off with the filler titles first, some NES stuff. Tecmo NBA Basketball. WWF WrestleMania Challenge. The Notorious Beetlejuice by LJN. Pretty crappy controls in this game. And then Hudson Hawk, which I don't know that I've ever come across before. Kind of a cool little platformer. Seems kind of interesting. Got to give some more time to that one. Then the last pickup was an addition to my meager Sega Saturn collection. That's Soviet Strike. I'm a big fan of the Strike series, and to have a game that isn't complete crap in my Saturn collection is nice. So I couldn't pass that one up. It's in really good condition. So yeah, that's all from the flea market. You know, the flea market is pretty much a lost cause at this point. You're not going to find the amazing deals you would have a few years ago. I recognize a lot of guys from last year out there that I saw time and time again. And, you know, the amazing deals are just going to be gone. You know, it's going to be luck of the draw, but it's almost not worth going anymore. Sometimes it makes me wonder if I shouldn't just stop collecting games and just emulate, to be honest. But, you know, I always love going out there just to see what happens. It's the thrill of the hunt anyway. So, in addition to this, I did get a couple other things. My family and I, we were traveling over Memorial Day weekend. We went up to Bemidji, Minnesota, and at a pawn shop, I snagged up a couple good deals. I got Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade on the NES. This is complete in box. It is the Taito version, so it's not the super expensive. Who released the other one? Somebody can correct me. I can't remember who made the other one. The other version, but that goes for a considerable amount more. It's gonna bother me now. Somebody will tell me in the comments. I just was talking about the other day too. And then I also picked up for the Sega Master System R-Type, which is a good deal. I got this for $4, so $24 for those 2 games. I didn't think that was a bad deal at all, especially since I never see Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade. And one last game here from Thomas Torrey. I believe that's how he says his name, last name. He has a channel here on YouTube. He does a lot of pickup videos, Let's Plays. He's really into Overwatch right now. He's been uploading videos, which I am also extremely hooked on Overwatch. That's a game that I didn't think I was going to care about at all, and then I played the beta and I've been hooked. And I can't put the game down. But anyway, after each one of his pickup videos, he does a subscriber giveaway. After each one, just is nice enough to send out games, and I happened to win one of those, and he sent me Jack and Daxter, which is a really fun game for the PlayStation 2 in excellent condition here. So it's very nice of him. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'll put a link to his channel below. He's approaching 200 subscribers. He's going to do a contest at that point. So if you aren't already subscribed to him or aware of his channel, go over there and check it out. Help him out. Really good stuff. But anyway, that is all for this time, guys. I will be back with another video soon. Thanks for watching. What's over here?